Today, I'm reading Ripples number 1001, Squeeze and Release. Pebble, Boulder, Ponder, two quotes and something to think about for the week. The Pebble is from Najwa Zebian, shared by Anne in Brewster, Massachusetts. And it reads simply, "These mountains that you are carrying, you were only meant to climb." The Boulder, written and shared by Marcus Powell in Iowa City, Iowa. You know I love it when our Ripplers share quotes that are from their very own words. And Marcus writes, "We sometimes resist leaving because we don't want to leave great memories behind. But leaving allows us to embark on new adventures, creating new memories for us to savor. So move on, and you'll enjoy those memories whenever you reminisce." The ponder, the part that I write. We all have chapters in our lives, various chapters of school, work, relationships, locations, hobbies, etc. And while some of these types of chapters can overlap, it is generally true that each time you start a new chapter in a particular area of your life, the previous chapter comes to an end. Sometimes it's relatively easy to move on to the next thing, but other times can be difficult. Even in transitions where we are excited about the next chapter, we can let feelings of nostalgia and grief keep us from saying goodbye to that which is coming to an end. A friend of mine is preparing to transition to his next adventure, and yet having a tough time saying goodbye to the previous one. I've been watching from the sidelines, wishing I knew what to say or how to help. It's tough because I've never gone through what he's facing, and I'm not sure exactly what is going through in his head and his heart as he ponders what's ahead. Sometimes we're not sure we're ready, or if the timing is right, or if this is what's best for us and possibly others who might be impacted by a transition. When I've been contemplating a big change for myself, I try to keep in mind that I don't need to know everything in order to start the new thing. I just have to know enough. And it doesn't have to be precisely the exact best time to start. It just needs to be about the right time. And I don't need to be completely ready, just ready enough. And if I wait till I'm 100% comfortable, I'll likely be waiting forever. Several nights ago, I woke up thinking about crossing the monkey bars as a kid and how it takes the right combination of holding on and letting go to make it across to the other side. One hand has to squeeze tight while the other hand is releasing. I thought about my friend, wondering if he's in the middle of a double squeeze, not quite ready to let go of the bar he's been hanging on to for a while, which is actually keeping him from swinging forward to grab the next one. Several times since I had that thought, I've noticed my hands are balled into fists and I'm alternatively squeezing and releasing. And I'll tell you, as I read this, my hands were balling into a fist. My wish for him and my wish for you is that we all spend a bit of time this week thinking about recent or upcoming transitions and maybe doing a bit of practice of squeeze and release with our hands, with our heads, and with our hearts. Peace, Paul. And I'll add a postscript that's not in the book that I'm reading. My friend was transitioning to the next, he was wrapping up his lifetime on this planet. And just a few days after this ripple zoomed out, he successfully did his release and grabbed on to whatever's next. And as much as I miss my buddy Dave, I'm so glad he was able to do his release. Thank you so much for joining me as I read Ripples for Reflection, weekly inspirations for unleashing your best self. If you'd like to read along with me, theripplesbook.com is where you can grab a copy. You can also subscribe to our weekly splashes of inspiration that come out every Monday via email, absolutely free, unleashripples.com. I'll wrap up by thanking Lynn, Carol, Pamela, and all of my Patreon peeps who are supporting this project and all the work that I do. Thank you for listening. I'll see you next time.